Seconds out, delighted to be joined by Kem Ljungquist, undefeated heavyweight from Denmark, of course. Just first of all, tell us a bit about how you first got into boxing. You turned pro quite late on compared to some others, I believe.
Yeah, like I was 27 when I turned pro, but I first started boxing when I was 21, so it was not that late. So if I wanted to have a amateur career, so to have an amateur career, I had to have a few years as an amateur before turning pro. So
What made you get into boxing at the age of 21?
uh, first time I was around boxing, I was like 15 years old. I was in a club with one of my friends, and back then I had played a lot of football and stuff, and wasn't really into be punched in the head. But as I turned older, I was looking more and more for something to some sport to get a grip on me, and one of my friends I was having one of my very good friends was boxing, and I was shadow boxing at home, and he was like, the season is gonna start soon, and if I wanted to come with him, he thought I should, and I went, and I never looked back, man. It's just the rest is history.
What did you enjoy most about it that kind of convinced you it was the sport for you?
I think that the people around the club I started in was the the great thing that got me to keep on going. Ever since the first day I was there, I was at training every day. I never missed a day, and I was I was just really hooked on it. So I think that the discipline was what I needed, and the discipline from the coaches was what I needed at the time. I was 21 years old. I was not a troublemaker, but I was always out in the city, partying and stuff, and I was not happy about it. So I wanted to get something going for myself. So, and boxing did it for me.
How many amateur fights did you have, and what were the highlights of your amateur career?
I had I had about I think it was 65 amateur fights. So I had my first amateur fight after 1 month of training. It's pretty early, but I think I was a natural, so I just was thrown into it, just having my first fight, and I think that I got like pretty I got pretty far with the years I had in my backpack. It's just I only fought for 6 years as an amateur, so I went to the European Championships and the World Championships, and I went for the qualifying for the 2016 Olympics in Rio, and had some Nordic Championships and some Danish Championships. So uh, I think I'm pretty happy. I wanted to go to I wanted to have the medal at the some of the great things in amateur, like the championships, but yeah, can't look back now. It's too late.
What was behind the decision to turn professional, and when you did, why go with Sauerland boxing?
When I was when I got the I was actually pretty sure that I wasn't going to turn pro. I wanted to keep it on going as an amateur because I like it. I like the amateur so much. I like the people around me, and I was very comfortable. And so it was a tough decision for me because I had I had a I worked as an I don't know what it's called, like, but I took care of a guy with a handicap. I was
Yeah, like a carer.
Kara, and so I I was pretty happy with the situation as an amateur, and but I just think that when I got the call from the Sauerland guys, I was just like, yeah, it was hard to turn down because my family and stuff was always like my mom was always saying to me like you can't box forever, so you gotta have a, a normal job, a regular job. So and the carer job wasn't 9 to 5, it was night shifts, and so yeah. So I just think that when I got the opportunity to get paid for doing what I love, I just was I couldn't turn it down.
And how long had you been boxing? Obviously, you're very tall, and it was obvious you were going to be a heavyweight. How long until people started talking about Brian Nielsen? Because that always seems to come up with any young Danish heavyweight.
Yeah, exactly. I think was the first month of boxing at my first club I was in. They were like, you're gonna turn pro before 2 years. You're gonna turn pro. You're gonna be world champion and stuff. And you're gonna be European champion. And I was like, I didn't even know what was going on. I was just I was just in the I was just boxing to have fun and to get something going for myself. So and I think the first newspaper article came up like 1 year after I started the first Brian Nielsen, and when when I turned pro in 2017, I got a 2 pages in the national newspaper, like one of the biggest the, the new Super Brian. So
Of course.
I was like, okay, I just roll with it because I like Brian. He's a good guy and he's a very likable fellow, and people in Denmark like him very much. And if I can get just half of it going as he had, I would be very happy and very pleased with it.
How do you assess how the professional journey has gone so far? Obviously, you've been cut off a little bit, as everyone has, by the current situation with the pandemic. But previous to that, how happy are you with how it's gone?
Yeah, I think it's gone pretty good. I have had the 10 fights, and I had a bit of a layover in 2019, where I was sparring Tyson Fury in Las Vegas, and I was over sparring Tyrone Spong, and then I had a couple of months off. But I fought in January, and I won. So I'm pretty pleased with the 10 fights, but I'm not happy about the situation I'm in right now. I would very much like to fight. I set my mind to have a great 2020, but right now, I don't know what's gonna happen right now.
I'm sure you're not the only one who had big plans for this year,
No. Yeah,
unfortunately.
exactly.
Yeah. You said about sparring with Tyrone Spong and Tyson Fury. Which of Fury's fights was he building up to when you sparred him?
Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I fought him. I sparred him the first time when in Manchester when he was gonna have his comeback after his big. He was gonna fight Pianeta.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was there for I think I was there for 1 week, just sparring him, and I went home because it wasn't really planned to me for me to go sparring. It was just I saw him. I saw he was going to fight Southpaw, and I was like, I told Nisse, I just want to go, so just let me go there, and if they need me, I'll just go. So I think I had it maybe the day before I got the plane tickets, and I was told to go over there. So I just went, and then he was fighting Otto Wallin last year, and then I got the call again. I think it was maybe 10 days before leaving, and I asked my girlfriend if it was okay for me to go for almost a month. So and it was no problem. So I just went, and it was very good.
And where was that? Where did he prepare for Valine?
In Las Vegas.
That must have been.
Yeah.
Had you been to Las Vegas previously?
No, never been to the States. Never been.
Must have been a great experience, not just the sparring, but getting to know Vegas, the home of boxing for many people.
I'm completely in love with the States. I really want to go there. So I could see myself living there.
Yeah, Las Vegas is amazing.
Yeah.
He was preparing for Valine, you said, so he's quite into his comeback by then. Obviously, is the fight before the second Wilder fight. What did you make of the whole experience? You had a month there, obviously the week the first time. So what did you think of the sparring? How did it go?
Yeah, I think it went very, very good. I showed myself when I got home. I had a completely different motivation and everything, because the sparring went so well. And Tyson Fury is a good guy, and he got me some. He told me some good pointers and where to work, and he was, yeah, we clicked very good, and he's a good guy. And his team is some good guys too, and the top ranked guys are some good guys too. And it was a really it's really good. Yeah, really good for me.
Can you tell us some of the pointers that he gave to you? Some advice?
Yeah, because he told me that I got a pretty good I got pretty good legs as when you think of me as I'm a heavyweight. So he told me to use them more, and use them as good as I could, and take it with me to the gym, keep moving, and keep doing the Muhammad Ali things, just like Tyson Fury does. Yeah, just keep moving and stick and move. Yeah, stick and move.
Did you expect him to have as hard a fight with Valine as it turned out?
Actually, I was pretty sure that he was gonna get to Berlin earlier. Where I sparred Otto too. He's a good guy, and we had some good sparring wars. So, but I just thought that Tyson is on a different level. He's very, very good. He's a great mover. He's very unpredictable, and I just thought that he had the extra. But I think he had in the fight. I just think that the cut made it harder for him to stick to his game plan and stuff, right? So I think it could had a different outcome if everything was. Yeah, he didn't have had the cut, right? So, but nothing. I won't take anything from. Also, he had a great fight. He really showed his great boxing ability and his heart and everything. So, yeah.
As a very tall southpaw heavyweight, do you get a lot of requests for sparring?
Yeah, I've had a couple of requests. I was before I turned pro, I was contacted by a guy, some guy, he wanted me to go spar in the Klitschko camp when I was an amateur.
Okay.
Because he was fighting some southpaw, I think, and they wanted me to go spar. I've had a couple of requests. Yeah.
And I also believe you're a vegan. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm living fairly vegan life. It's just I'm not completely into the vegan caption. It takes the veganism thing is very debatable. So when people ask me, yeah, I want to call myself I'm eating plant-based, like, because it's easier digestible for people to, when people hear it.
Is this something that predates your interest in boxing, or have you started a plant-based diet since being involved in the sport?
Yeah, I started the vegan thing in 2017 before turning pro. So it's not a thing I had many years, but a couple of years now, and I'm very happy with the whole thing. So
who or what gave you the idea to do it?
I really don't know. I think I talked to someone about the whole vegan thing, and I was like, I've always been very interested in just different kind of stuff, just trying to try some new things. And I saw a documentary about how I don't know, the pigs how the pigs were treated and stuff, and I just took a choice, and I didn't want to take part of it. And then I educated myself of how could I eat a plant based. Could I have a plant based lifestyle as an athlete? And it turned out it was no problem. It's actually no problem at all.
Give us an idea of a typical day's diet. Your breakfast, your lunch, your evening meal.
I can give you the same thing I've eaten for the last 3 years. I'm just looking for the easiest way to get my dinner every day. I eat oatmeal, and I mix it up with peanut butter and use some rice milk, and I just wait till after like at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock before I have my first meal a day. Trying to do my first cardio in the morning. I do it on a fasted state. So I eat afterwards, and I blend my food. With oatmeal and peanut butter and rice milk and bananas and some protein powders, and then a couple of hours later, I eat my in about 6 o'clock. It's like root bread, it's like what's it called? And it's dark bread,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and with potatoes. In Denmark, it's called smørrebrød. We use it for it's a very traditional dinner in Denmark, and I eat some hummus and some avocados, and just try to get all the nutrients right. So
is that just 2 meals a day?
Yeah, 2 or 3 meals a day, not more than that. I like the fasted state. I'm completely in love with the fasted cardio and the fasted workouts. It's just really suitable for me. There's nothing in my stomach to move around when I'm running and stuff. Just so easy. My body's so easy. So, and that's also the thing about the plant-based lifestyle. It's you're never too full. You never. I can almost eat a full dinner and do a workout half an hour later, because it's so easy for me to digest. So it's just easier for me as a whole.
Brilliant. Well, before we let you go, for people out there who aren't aware of you or haven't been in the past, how can they find you on social media and the different platforms?
Yeah, I'm on the Instagram, with my name, Kem Ljungquist. It's pretty much where I roam. I don't do much of the other stuff. I'm not on Twitter, and I got a Facebook account too, but I pretty much use it as when I put stuff on Instagram. I just post over on Facebook. Yeah, exactly. So follow me on Instagram and Kem Ljungquist. I'll try to post as much as I can, but in these times it's pretty slow. So
I can imagine. Yeah. Well, really appreciate your time. It's been great to meet you over the wonders of technology, and hopefully see you in action before the end of the year.
I definitely hope so. Brilliant. Good to see you too.
All right. Stay safe and take care.
Thank you.